Hello everyone, I'm Shruti Agrawal. In this video, we are going to discuss about TCP/IP server and client-side programming and UDP server and client-side programming. So we'll first start with TCP/IP server program that sends the message to the TCP/IP client. So for that, first of all, we need to import the socket module to create the socket. Before I start with the program, just let me tell you, a server is a program that provides services to another computers on the network or internet. Similarly, a client is a program that receives services from the servers. So when a server wants to communicate with a client, then we need socket. That is the reason we are creating the socket here. So first of all, we'll import the socket module. After that, we'll create the object of socket. So to create the object of socket, we need socket function. This socket function actually takes two basic parameters. That is, first one is address family and second one is type. This address family can be of two types. As we know, we have IPv4 and IPv6. So let's say if we have IPv4, in that case it is socket.af_inet. If we have IPv6, it will have af_inet6. Then if we are coding for TCP/IP, about socket type, if we are coding for TCP/IP, then we need SOCK_stream. And let's say if we are coding for UDP, in that case, we need to use here SOCK_DGRAM. So this is how we can create the basic socket object. About socket, little basics we have discussed in the previous video. So kindly refer that video for the basics. Then next is, we are using here S, that from that object we are calling a bind function in which we are passing a tuple. The tuple is host comma port. So basically this host name can be some IP address or some website name. But then if we are running the program in the individual computer that is not connected with any internet or network, then in that case the host name can be localhost. Or else if you want, we can write here the IP address of localhost, that is nothing but 127.0.0.1. Then this host and port number we have already initialized here. Then next is s.listen1. That means we are allowing maximum one client to interact with this machine. Then we have C comma ADDR is equals to s.accept. So basically accept is a function. This function returns the value in C comma ADDR. Here C is the connection object that can be used to send the messages to the client, whereas ADDR is the address of the client that has accepted the connection. Now, whatever address of client we got here, that address we are printing here. And then with that object, we want to send a message that is, hello client, how are you? To client side, but then it should be binary code. So that is why I'm using B here for the binary string. Then there is one more way of sending the message by using encode function. So here we have the another message to which we are sending by using encode function. And finally, we are disconnecting the server. So this is all about the simple message transfer from TCP/IP server. But then there is no point of executing this program unless we don't have a client. So for client, we have one more program, that is, this is TCP/IP client program. That receives the message from server. So for that, what we have to do here, first of all, again, in the same way, we have to create the socket here also. So we are importing socket module. Here we have to create client side socket. So again, the host and the port number socket will be created in the exactly same manner. In the server program, we have binded host and port. Here we'll connect whatever server host and port number. Then here we have one RECV function that will help us to receive the message sent from the client object. But then this 1024 is nothing but the buffer size. At a time, this much message can be accepted. So that will be saved in MSG variable. Then here, until unless this MSG will be having some string in it, this while loop will run and it will decode the message, every time print the message, and when finally we are disconnecting the client. So let's execute both the program and see the output. For that, I have already opened here two different command prompts. So in one command prompt, we are going to execute our server. In the another one, we are going to execute a client. So let's execute the server here. We have server1.py. Just take care of changing the location and then Python space server1.py. Parallelly, we need the corresponding client here, that is Python client1.py. So what we have received? We have received hello client, how are you? And then bye. These two messages from server. And at the server end, we are printing the IP address of client as well as the details. So this is all about TCP IP client server programming. Now, next one is that again, the same programming by using UDP. So UDP is basically datagram protocol. So what it will do, that's here the server will send the data in the form of packets which are called as datagrams. So we have already discussed that the type will be changed here if we are using UDP. So instead of here we were using STREAM, instead of STREAM we'll use here DGRAM. And in the same way, we have created the socket object for server. Then here we are giving a timing. We are setting a time of 5 seconds. What it is doing here, it will make the server to wait for 5 minutes before giving the response to client. Now, instead of send, here we use send to message. Then we have the message and then finally encode. In the same way the program flow will go. This is what is the coding at the UDP server end. Now let's see the coding at UDP client end. So okay, so here in the same way these statements are exactly same. Here we are binding host and port. Here instead of receive we are using receive from. Again the quantity, that is nothing but buffer ka size we are giving. We can change this buffer size also as per our choice. And then here we are giving s dot set time out. So what is the point of giving this set time out? So by any chance, if server will be having any problem and it will disconnect, in that case, client will keep on waiting for the response of server. To avoid that, it is giving a time block of 5 seconds, that if server disconnects, client will wait for 5 seconds, otherwise it will by default terminate the connection. So this is what we are handling here, and in the same way we are printing the messages here. Let's execute UDP server and client. So, okay. So again at the same location, I have the program with the name server 2 and client 2 for UDP. So here is the server running and here is the client running. So as you can see, it is showing us the message, hello client, how are you? And after 5 seconds, it is showing that time is over and hence it is terminated. So this is all about UDP client server programming. In the next video, we are going to discuss about file client server programming and chat client server programming. Thank you.